Hey guys, thanks for tuning back into Mad Dog Fishing. I figured I'd come out here before I get ready to head off to the gym. One of my subscribers asked me to do a video on why I gave up boating for kayaking. In today's video, we're going to talk about the pros and cons, a little bit of both, of why I gave up boating and why I chose kayaking over boating. But first, if you're new to this channel, it's all about fishing. We do reviews. We do a little bit of kayaking. We do a little bit of surf fishing. We do saltwater. We do freshwater. We do it all. And when we learn something new, guys, we try to pass it on to you. Try to help you be more successful when you're out fishing. We're not extremists. You're not going to hear me get loud on the video or go crazy. That's just not the way we operate. But when it comes to catching fish and helping you catch fish, well, that's what we're all about. So guys, let's roll this intro and then we'll talk about this kayak. Okay guys, one of the pros and cons to, we'll start off with boating. Now I've owned a boat, been in a boat all my life. My daddy had boats, I grew up in boats. I've owned river boats, john boats, offshore boats. I've owned a little bit of it all. My latest boat was a 22-foot center console Hydrosport Deep V, great for going offshore, very dry ride. But I decided to sell it. It was paid for. I could have hung on to it, but I chose to sell it. And why? Because I got tired of the expenses. You hear that airplane? It's about the fifth one that's went over since I've tried to record this video. Amateurs. Little single engine planes really aggravate when you're trying to record a video. But guys, yes, it was really expensive operating a boat. You're talking about yearly maintenance. You're talking about the upkeep from month to month, the fuel going offshore. You had to have tow insurance. Mine was paid for, but if it wasn't paid for, then you're looking at a boat payment. So overall, I was putting a lot of money into this boat. It was always something that needed to be fixed, and I just really got tired of it. And for the little bit of time that we did get to use it down here, because it stays pretty windy down here, and so we were limited on even when we could use it unless we took it inshore most of the time. And with it being a deep V boat, we were limited to a lot of the shallow areas. So I decided to sell it, and I do not regret it. Now, I've also been canoeing and kayaking my entire life. It is the one sport that I absolutely love. So when I sold the boat, I decided we're going to go strictly green. We're going to go kayaking. We're going to start getting into the fitness. You can see I got my new mountain bike over here. My other one got stolen the other day, so I had to go out and buy another one. And we're actually working on a video series with this where we do where we go out on the bikes and go to different fishing locations strictly by bicycle and the places you can access. But that's another video. It's another series, and we'll talk about that later. Let's talk about the pros and cons of kayaking. One of the cons to kayaking is you're limited. It's hard to see a kayak when they're on the water. If a boat's coming by, sun setting or sun rising, they may not be able to see you. So you definitely got to be on your game when you're out kayaking, or you could get run over. I really don't have a lot of cons when it comes to kayaking, because like I said, I'm kind of becoming a minimalist, so I don't need a lot of gear. But I guess that could be one of the cons, is you just can't take a lot of gear with you. Now this is the Vibe Seaghost 130. I can pack some stuff on it. Got a huge storage up front. I put a crate in back. I can carry up to 5 rods on this kayak, but I don't. I usually just carry a couple of rods. I'll keep my fly rod stowed up front just in case I decide to do a little fly fishing. Have a center console where I can pack my lunch. Also have a quarter turn hatch back here that I can also put stuff in it that I don't want to get wet. It comes with 2 mounts for trolling, and on each side of the seat's a place for tackle. So I can carry what I need for a day's out on the water. You know, you just have to do a little planning ahead. But I don't put, like I said, I put a little as gear as possible on this, because the more you put on here, the more chaotic it can be. Ask me how I know. But guys, I guess that's one of the cons to it. The pros, you're talking about stealthiness. I can creep up on some fish. They'll never, redfish, tailing redfish never know you're there, as long as you're not bumping the side of the kayak or making other noises. One of the main features and one of the main reasons I love kayaking is I can access any body of water from anywhere. I don't need a boat ramp. I don't even need any access. If I can walk to the water, I can get this kayak to it. We've parked on the side of the road many times, pulled our kayaks through the woods into bodies of water. Just got to make sure you're not trespassing, or either get permission from the landowners to cross somebody's land to access a body of water. Here in Gulf Shores, we have multiple areas that we can just pull off on the side of the road, ease our kayaks in the water, and there you go. We're at our fishing location instantly, especially when it comes to sheep's head fishing. We like to target a lot of structure, and to keep from kayaking 5 or 6 miles and wasting a lot of time kayaking when we could be fishing, we'll ride around and find closer access points, and we will just put our kayaks in. So we car top everything. That way we don't need a lot of room. We don't have a trailer to deal with or anything like that. Now, one of the cons to it, this kayak here is my newest kayak. It is heavy. It's about 80 pounds, loaded down with fishing gear. You're close to 100 pounds. My older kayak, it was much lighter, and I can handle it by myself with ease. This one, not so much. So that's one of the pros to it. But guys, and it's really an individual thing. Everybody has, some people like boating. They'll never give up boating. I love boating. I have nothing against it. I just chose to go this route. Will I own a boat in the future? I might. As of this point in my life, I care less if I ever own a boat again, because I'm completely satisfied with kayaking. Let's talk about my upcoming videos, what we're doing. A lot of fitness stuff. We get out with bicycle and we go to these places. We to these remote places. We get out there and fly fish. Be looking for those videos, guys. Really exciting. And if you want to know why, we're deciding to do this right now is summertime. Great time to get out bicycle. You just got to get out early or late in the evening. Middle of the day, it is sweltering. Yesterday, me and Christian got out, and it was tough. The humidity and the heat was unbearable. So guys, I'm getting ready to go to the gym. You got to stay in shape when it comes to kayaking. You got to keep your shoulders in shape, your back. You work your core a lot, and we'll do a video perhaps on some of the exercises you can do to make kayaking a lot more comfortable and a lot easier. Whether you're working your legs or your flexibility, where you can get up and down or turn around and access the stuff. Because I'm 250 pounds at 50 years old, and turning around in that kayak, it's not the easiest for me. So I have to constantly be stretching and working towards those goals. And we'll do a video on that. If you have any comments about this, about boating or either kayaking, like I said, I've done both pretty much my whole life. So if you got a question, whether it's concerning kayaking or boating, leave a comment in the comment section below. I promise I'll get back to you. If you haven't subscribed, guys, go ahead and subscribe. Man, it means a lot to me and Christian. We're going on 2 years. We're not far from hitting 1,000 subscribers, and we're really stoked about it. But guys, just get out on the water, have a good time, guys, and we'll see you out on the water. Thanks for watching.